Ends up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They come up in an offset eye. Freeman again. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
In Week 14, Devontae Freeman had 6 carries for 6 yards. You think he spent a long week burning for more carries and a chance to redeem himself a little bit?
He got it. What do you have in Week 15? 20 for 139, I think.
And 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns.
He actually had a fumble on the that Tevin Coleman would get them, but he bounced back with a vengeance, and boy, did he run angry.
They call it a get-right game, and he got right. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. To throw is Ryan. He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tamme, there. And it's 4th and 4. And now a long one from Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And New York set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defense. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, 55 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense. With 2 guys going up for the football, which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will as well as a really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll try to run now with Jennings. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside.
I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Well, partner, recently we've had a lot of MVP discussions. Here's the thing I wanted to ask you. A guy like David Johnson having a great year, but his team's below 500. Should he be able to win the MVP award?
Personally, I think so. I think what always hurts a guy like David Johnson in that position is if you have other people having monster years as well. So for a lot of voters, the tiebreaker is who's having a better team season. And that's what ends up eliminating guys like David Johnson. Despite the year he's having, in any normal deal, David Johnson would be one of the top 2 guys for the MVP race.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Harris now to return. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
All right, as we sit here right now, let's look after Week 15 teams that are in. Seahawks clinching NFC West, NFC East Cowboys in, AFC West Raiders, and then, of course, the Patriots out of the AFC East. Who do you like?
I tell you what, it's still hard for me to go against the Patriots, even though we know that Gronk won't play throughout the playoffs. They know how to adjust better than any team in football. But Dallas, I know people want to find a way to knock them out of this deal. I think that youth will be served for Dallas. And what Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are giving them, I think the rest of the team is feeding off of it.
One team I didn't mention maybe that could make some noise, who?
I would say Green Bay, because they still have a chance to win the NFC North in a showdown possibly with Detroit in the final week of the season.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Giants want to continue to give their fans something to cheer about in the second half. The Falcons, on the other hand, want to quiet this crowd and turn things around. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Falcons have the football early in the first. Tammy's wide open here on the catch, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 38-yard line. Falcons will stall out, settle for a field goal. Giants on 2nd and 7. It's Manning with the completion over the middle, and it's going to end up going for a gain. Throwing a pick to win the drive.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the... He's got a man complete. Manning to Beckham. A big play there. And even 40 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Being chased out left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defensive given.
Jennings. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, as a defender, after a big running play against my group, I'm actually happy to see a draw play. Why? It takes a little bit longer to develop, and that gives me a chance to diagnose it and get to the play quickly.
They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that takes us from second to third down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jarrell Adams, 26 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. Or do work your tight end into it. That's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 67 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Ryan. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's Manning to throw. Buying time to his left. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Flushed out right. He finds Beckham complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Another notch there on the belt for Eli Manning finding Odell Beckham.
Pick a route, any route. They're connected no matter what. Boy, those guys know how to figure it out, and they work hard at it in practice. A big reason why they're in the lead. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Jennings. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the offense facing a 3rd and 6. From midfield, here's Manning. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's Brad Wing now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. He's going to try and go deep again. And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
It's Coleman here. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he will
be after the game.
Now Matt on for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. The return comes from Orleans Darkwa. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking for the guy carrying the ball.